Ha ha ha. Solo Sokoa has just made the bloodline stronger. Y'all been talking all this stuff, but the bloodline is boring. It's not the same thing. Oh man, it's stale. What inning is this? It's so exciting. I had to jump up and record something. Here we go. Yes, you know what time it is. It's time for the one and only Break It Down with Brian H. Coming up. Let's get right into it.
No, baby, that's for somebody else. We're just gonna keep you right where you're at right now.
It doesn't matter what you think.
The Wrestling Realm presents Break It Down with Brian H.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this episode of Break It Down with Brian H. I'm your host, Brian H. Waters. This show, of course, is brought to you by the Wrestling Realm. I had to run the music. Shout out to Hypnosis, Hypno Beats. It's his birthday today. And, you know, we're going to give him credit today. He's the one who made the music. My cousin, we close like this. But, man, it's time to talk about it. I got to get into it. The Bloodline. The Bloodline, ladies and gentlemen. Solo Sokoa brings on Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu is finally here in the WWE. It was so good. I had to watch it twice. Man, you know, like I said, I'm so excited. First, let me take care of all the stuff. Make sure SeatGeek, you know, save $20. Yes, save $20 on SeatGeek. Y'all can do that. That'll allow you to you be buying things on, like, you want to get tickets and stuff. Obviously, SummerSlam's coming up. Orioles, Yankees, anybody. SeatGeek, $20. Use the promo code Wrestling Realm. Make sure you follow us on all social media platforms at Wrestling Realm. You can find me at Brian H. Waters. Let me throw that up there. That's my handle, and that's the Wrestling Realm handle, Twitter or X and Instagram. And of course, make sure you hit the subscribe button right here. We are near 2,000 subscribers. Ladies and gentlemen, so I'm watching SmackDown, and we got to talk. First, CM Punk comes out there. We knew he was coming out, probably going to say he was cleared. And then Solo Sokoa comes out. No, then Paul Heyman comes out there. And as Paul Heyman comes out there, you see him like almost ready to beg Punk for something, and which he eventually does. He tells him, leave Solo and them alone, but also take me with you. And then Solo comes out there. So the interesting part to that story is because Solo was coming at CM Punk with the smoke. And if you've been watching Paul Heyman this whole time, like he said, you know, that security, they out here for the Wyatt Six, but they don't have nothing on Solo and the Tongans because they're just dangerous. And Punk had that like, well, they're gonna jump me in Chicago? Me? But you know, Solo comes out there and then he ready for the smoke. But obviously Cody Rhodes, that would set up the main event. Now, here's one of the things: the backstage promos, right? First, Solo, I knew it when he said, "Take me with you." I said, when Solo gets the chance, he's gonna go at Paul Heyman. I don't know what he's gonna say, but he's going to go at him. Sure enough, he said, "So, what you mean you want him to take you with you?" You know, and then he gave him an assignment. But I was sitting there and I was like, Solo has been studying Roman Reigns. He's been in the perfect position. He was the street champ. He was quiet. And if you remember, there was that one time when Roman like bumped him, and then he kind of looked like, no, I don't want the smoke. And it kind of makes you wonder, like, well, maybe he's the most dangerous one in the group, right? And now he flexing his weight around. And then he brought in Tama Tonga. Okay, that wasn't enough. He brings in Tonga Loa. Oh, mind you, when he brings in Tama Tonga, he kicks his brother out, his big brother at that. His brother over 7-8 years older than him, kicks him out. And then if those two wasn't dangerous enough, Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu is somebody we've been waiting to get to the WWE for so long, right? years when he was dominating at MLW. Everybody's like, man, but if only he could go to WWE. When is Jacob coming? Then there was the rumors. Jacob Fatu has signed with the WWE. Okay, is it going to happen at WrestleMania? You know, we thought, you see all this bloodline, right? We all thought at one point during Bloodline Rules that we would see all of the Samoans and add the Tongans in there, and that would be what Cody Rhodes had to go through. But instead, it's post WrestleMania season. And I have to say this. When I think about this year's, like I tweeted, when is the last time WWE has been this balanced, right? When is the last time you've truly enjoyed Raw, SmackDown, and NXT? Talk about it. Like, when has it all been equally must-see TV? On Raw last week, you had the return of Seth Rollins. You had the Wyatt Six. You had Drew McIntyre quitting, right? On NXT, you just crowned a brand new North American Women's Champion, and you know she's giving you solid matches. You have Obafemi and Wesley get ready to kick ass with the North American title, and then you have your women's champion who's just constantly dominating the headlines and the wrestling media, but then also ready for all the smoke. And then you got your world champion in Trick Williams, and you got Ethan Page. You got this crossover deal with TNA. You got Joe Hendry over there. You got all these people. Frankie Kazarian. And then on SmackDown, it's like, okay, how does SmackDown follow? We knew we was going to get Punk, right? We knew we was going to get some qualifying matches. But then we got Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu is finally in WWE. Like I said, WWE just well balanced. I am enjoying every bit of it. Now, what's going to happen? Because the one thing is, Paul Heyman tells Solo, look, the tribal chief understood what CM Punk means to me, so he's off limits. Now, when Punk first came back, he said, okay, yeah, he's a wise man, but remember, I'm a Paul Heyman guy. Right? And again, he's respecting Paul Heyman. So he's not necessarily, Roman didn't, it was like, okay, he might mention something, but that was it. Wasn't too much into it. All right, cool. So that's one order he's crossing because of the fact he said some words and got in the ring with Punk, right? But then he also told him, Cody Rhodes isn't your problem. You're supposed to take care of stuff till he gets back, but you ain't supposed to be the one in getting involved. And eventually, because then after a while, Solo gonna want the title. So Solo's unhinged. But here's the thing. Here's what I wonder, ladies and gentlemen. What happens if when Roman gets back and he orchestrated all of this? See, everybody keep booking Roman gathering the Usos, and then they're going to all come back together, and them three, and it's going to be a big bloodline civil war. But what if it doesn't happen that way? Would you be upset? Would you be disappointed? Because we don't know. And then Solo said something that looked like it was going to break Paul Heyman's heart. He said, the tribal chief isn't coming back. I felt that in my soul. I felt it in my soul. Now, what if he doesn't? What if the tribal chief doesn't come back? We know he's coming back. Don't even get it twisted. We know Roman Reigns is coming back. But right now, and I said, like, sometimes you just gotta let things cook. You gotta let it marinate. The best meals, trust me when I tell you. The food, the meat, it marinates a little bit, ladies and gentlemen, before it gets to really cooking. And that's what the second part, the second era of the bloodline, this next wave, this next chapter. If we remember, if you go back and look at the old stuff, right? Roman was out there with his tanks, but he was, he hadn't fully got ripped again. We were sitting up there watching Jey Uso bang on the door. Open the door, all of that. And it was like, okay, cool. But it wasn't necessarily must-see TV, gotta quit, drop everything and watch it, then run to your Twitter, all that. But when they went to Hell in a Cell, Actually, when they went to Night of Champions, but then when they went to Hell in a Cell, it took us to a new level. And then it was getting the Usos on board. Then you may say, but then Sami Zayn comes in. So now it's another layer. It's layers and layers and chapters and chapters. And now this right here is the part that's fun. Because Cody Rhodes, what's he going to do? He's got his hands full. And you had Jacob Fatu come in there and destroy him, Kevin Owens, and Randy Orton. And people know he's one of those people who has that independent wrestling aura that when Jacob was, like I said, when he was in MLW, him having those battles, him and Alex Hammerstone, and then all the moveset, people was like, man, y'all better get ready. A lot of promos people were playing. He's the Samoan werewolf. And Leslie, we're gonna try to get away with something tonight on this one, because sometimes you just got to have that audio candy. You do. You just got to. I'm sorry, YouTube. No, I don't own this video, but just let me play it. It's not even 20 seconds, I don't think. So YouTube, just all right, 26 seconds. Just listen. You gotta play it. Corey Graves, man. Just that quote. God help us all. There's a werewolf on the loose. His name is Jacob Fatu. And for those who do not know, he is the son of the Tongan Kid. The Tongan Kid was the brother of Rikishi. And so and Umaga. If I make sure I got this right. Because I definitely had it up earlier. But yeah, I do, his brothers are Umaga and Rikishi. Rikishi being Solufa, I don't know how to say it, but I say Solufa Fatu Jr. That is Rikishi. So, first cousins. Like I said, we added another one. And here's the thing. This part was funny, right? I saw WWE post I saw a report that said, this is what it said, folks. It said WWE trademarks the name Caesar Sokoa. And I saw the world go in an uproar today. Oh, they better not. How dare they? They better not change his name. And again, sometimes you just got it. Like I always, I never like when they tell us what names or stuff have been trademarked. Tell me afterwards. I don't need to know. Like, it doesn't do anything for me. And I was sitting there, and as I just threw up the Bloodline family tree right here. Hopefully it's not too blurry, but yeah, you'll see in the middle, actually kind of directly in the middle, is where you see how they're related, right? So you have Solo's dad is Samuel Fatu, that's the Tongan Kid, and you have they didn't put. So it don't look like they put Umaga. Okay. Oh no. All right. Umaga's right there. They didn't put Umaga's son. That's what it is. But yeah, Umaga's right there, who is their brother, Edward Fatu. And then Solufa Fatu is Rikishi. So, and then you go up, you'll see that Fatu Sr. married Anoa'i, Vera Anoa'i. That is the sisters, pardon me, the sister to Afa and Sika, which Afa is Manu, who's Afa, and Samu, Afa Jr., Manu, and Afa Jr. is Manu, but Samu's son, father and Lloyd Anoa'i. So, and then obviously everybody knows Sika is Roman Reigns' dad. So it's very, very interesting when you look at all this. And then, like I said, you have the Tongans and it's another side. But look, they all brothers and they all family. They all family. Now, my guess, I'm just going to make an educated guess. When I saw that whole Caesar Sokoa, right? Now, we know that the brothers, Jimmy and Jay, and so I don't know why they had to have different names, right? Like, why couldn't it be Solo Uso? What does the Sokoa mean? But if you bring in another Sokoa, like, why? But whatever, right? Obviously, no, they're not using the name Anoa'i. My guess is Caesar Sokoa is Lance Anoa'i. That, and maybe that's just because that's what I'm hoping for. Lance is a friend of mine from we go way back. He's been on this platform. Check out some previous interviews. However, I don't ask about family business and I don't get into the dirt sheet business because that's not my forte. So I don't know anything, but that would be my guess that Caesar Sokoa is Lance Anoa'i. Maybe it's Hikaleu. I hope I said that right. I know. Shout out to the homie Lovely. If I didn't, she will say, come on, you better get it right. But maybe Hikaleo is Caesar Sokoa. But my guess would be Lance Anoa'i, folks. So we're going to find out. But I'm excited. Let me know what y'all think. Talk about it. Let's talk about it. WWE continues to go to new levels. They are pouring it on. Usually, this is supposed to be the boring time, right? We ain't in SummerSlam season yet, but this reminds me of when I was a child, when the beginning of the summer was hot, as you was getting into the King of the Ring, and it took us through SummerSlam. This is the hot time, man. The business is hot right now. You may see some more episodes. This is episode 269 to break it down with Brian H. And quite frankly, the only reason why it kind of got paused a little bit is just because I got a lot of work to do. And then you get the weekly wrestling around with all of us. But, sometimes I get hyped and I got to come and drop an episode. But I will say one thing. I do have some interviews coming. So, ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for this week's episode. As I get ready to close out, I appreciate each and every one of you for your support. Make sure you follow me on social media platforms. Follow me at Brian H. Waters. Make sure you follow the Wrestling Realm on Facebook. Hit the like. We there. And then make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done so. Drop some comments. Also, Apple, Spotify, give me 5-star reviews. Drop the link in the comments. Do that. And then Twitter and Instagram. Share the videos. Also, when I made these, there wasn't this thing, at least I wasn't up to it, a thing called TikTok and Threads. So make sure you're there. Of course, I make it easy. Brian H. Waters everywhere. It's just that simple, folks. But until the next time, folks. Until the next time, you will see me Wednesday night. So long, everybody.